Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Northern Ag TV. Well, last week, U.S. Department of Interior Secretary Doug Burgum made a stop in Montana to visit with several natural resource entities, along with a stop at the Montana Farm Bureau Federation office in Bozeman. Speaking with MFBF Senior Director of Government Affairs, Nicole Rolfe, she told me they were excited to host the Secretary in their office, and she initiated that discussion around the challenges with the increasing grizzly bear populations regarding livestock depredation and human safety.
He did share that grizzly bears are a priority for his agency, and so really great to hear that we have the head of this really important agency and also the folks that work underneath him who are listening to Montanans and who are focusing on issues that are important to us.
Now, Rolfe also mentioned that MFBF President Cindy Johnson praised Secretary of Interior Doug Burgum on his work looking into the American prairie grazing allotments in Montana and the Department of Interior's commitment to following the law of the Taylor Grazing Act.
This is incredibly important to our folks all over the state, but especially in Northeast and North Central Montana, who have felt for years like no one was listening to their concerns and that this just wasn't the right decision to let these allotments be changed in a way that went against what the Taylor Grazing Act lays out. And so we were able to thank the Secretary for taking that up, giving it another review, and making sure that their decisions fall in line with the governing law that applies in the situations of these types of grazing allotments.
Farm Bureau also expressed enthusiasm for the Department of Interior and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's joint venture to identify and fill vacant grazing allotments to help grow the food supply while also providing conservation benefits.
This was part of the president and his agency officials' project to make things better for the livestock industry. And this is exciting because the one thing we're not making any more of in this world is land. And if we're going to expand cattle herds, if we're going to get more young people or even existing producers into the game or expanding into the game, we're going to have more places for these cattle to live. And so we're kind of in an exciting time of identifying those allotments and then figuring out the proper process to get them reallocated.
Rolfe also gave praise to Representative Ryan Zinke and his staff for their work in the halls of D.C. to elevate the issues of Montana at the national level.
It's really nice to have Congressman Zinke there to listen and to be able to elevate the issues that are important to us. So it's a really good thing for Montana to have folks that are so in tune to our needs like that, interacting with all the groups that were there, but also with each other. And we are lucky to have a great relationship with Congressman Zinke's office, and his staff are fantastic and really good at raising Montana's issues, not just to congressional level, but even beyond, as we really saw on Friday.
Now, as mentioned, that interview did come just 20 minutes before Representative Ryan Zinke announced his retirement at the end of this current term. Well, that's going to do it for today's Northern Ag TV. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.